Hello and welcome everybody to another Tarkir Dragonstorm draft. I'm Paul Cheon, and today we are sitting at rank at number 15. Sadly, I tried to do a draft off stream just to make sure I can try to get close to rank 1, and we went the opposite direction. I drafted what looked to be a very solid Boros aggro deck, and I went 1-3 with it. So I think, unfortunately, our dreams of trying to hit rank 1 with just 1 or 2 days left in the season is at an end, but let's try to still do as well as we possibly can. Now, before we head into this draft, I just wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. Whether you need some booster boxes or singles for your constructed decks, TCGplayer.com is the place to go. Go to TCGplayer.com, hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also, check out HeavyPlay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, all that good stuff to make sure you're prepared for your next tabletop event, HeavyPlay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Man, I actually did record a draft for 8 minutes, and then Arena just reset and introduce alchemy cards and just reset the draft. I don't know how there's no warning. I'm a little bit upset about that, I will say. But here we are. We have another draft. I had a nice little, get ready for it, 5-color deck going. And yeah, now we're going to maybe try to do that again. Naga Fleshcrafter, I absolutely love. I think this can just win you the game full stop. Also, if your opponents play a bunch of good dragons, it's really nice. And then also you just have the ability to just, you know, if you have one dragon in play, copy that and just kill your opponent out of nowhere. So I think that's very good. For the aggro players out there, you have Mardu Devotee and Shock Brigade. I do think Mardu Devotee is the better card between the two. Caustic Exhale, also a fine card as well. And then an uncommon, Mardu Monument and Kishla Trawlers, also very, very good options. But I'm going to start out with the Fleshcrafter here and see where we can go. Oh, wow. What a pack. I mean, I don't think I want to take a war effort after taking a Naga Fleshcrafter. It's really between two cards here, and that is the Disruptive Stormbrood and Tersa Lightshatter. Now, given what I have, the Naga Fleshcrafter, I don't know. Like, this card seems fine, but if I'm blue, I think I'm more comfortable just taking a good dragon, and that's just what's given me the most success. So I'm going to take that over Tersa Lightshatter and the war effort here. I just really love the Stormbrood. There's just oftentimes so many good things that can come from taking the Stormbrood. Like, you can just kill, like, globes, and it's early removal as well. So I really, really like the card. All right, pack 1, pick 3. Static Snare is a fine removal spell, but after this start, not really interested in taking a white removal spell. I think for me, it's between Knockout Maneuver and Sultai Monument. Given my start, I think I'm just going to take the Sultai Monument. I already have a good Sultai start here already. This is a solid interactive spell, but good removal is not too hard to come by. And I just want to make sure that, you know, this is just a fantastic card. You play it turn 2, I have Sultai cards, and in the late game, you can turn this into more tokens afterwards. Here, we'll take Roiling Dragonstorm, and an excellent start to a deck that I am very comfortable drafting in some kind of Sultai-ish dragon shell here. This pack is kind of weak for me. There's a Jeskai Monument, which I could consider, and there's also a Riverwheel Sweep. Certainly, I can end up in some kind of a teamer deck where this could be a more playable card. There's also Osseous Exhale. I'm not super high on this. I don't love splashing for Osseous Exhale that much. I'm just going to take Jeskai Monument. Like, right now, it feels a little bit off to take it in this spot, but Dispelling Exhale is great. But I do think, I just think there is a non-zero chance that we end up with a deck that needs, you know, a mountain and a plains as well for whatever 5-color shenanigans we might try to pull off. So I think I will take the Monument there. Kishla Village, always a welcome addition. In the late game, this just acts as a nice way for you to utilize your lands as a way to get resources in Surveil 2. Aggressive Negotiations, I actually kind of like. I think I'm going to take it over the Aegis Sculptor here, and I think it's just a card that's been rising in a lot of people's evaluations, so let's take it here. Now we have the choice between Earthcarver and Undergrowth Leopard. There's also a Shock Brigade rather. I think I'll just take the first Leopard. This is, in case I don't get enough 2-mana plays, then I can certainly take this and play it. It's a totally fine card. Here, I'll take the Death Gorger. I don't know. Maybe there's this weird world where some kind of Abzan or Golgari counters deck is something that we can do. Overwhelming Surge. If I'm Teamer, totally fine removal spell. But certainly what we're doing right now is being pretty heavily contested here, so we'll see where this goes. Because, yeah, not seeing a whole... And this is why, by the way, now, like, you have to just take the powerful cards over mana fixing in most instances, because everybody else is taking the powerful cards, and it just makes it a lot more difficult. All right, what do we have here? Pack 2, pick 1. There's a Sarkhan, which I'm not the biggest fan of. There's a Lassiat Prowler, and this could be a decent Prowler deck. Just maybe we're just a straight blue-green deck, and you know we have some mill going. We have a good Renew card. There's also Runescale Stormbrood on the splash, but I do think that's generally going to be weaker if I want to be more of a green-based deck. So why don't we take the Prowler here and give us another, just a solid large body to play for this deck. Now, what do we have? We have Kintree Severance as a removal spell. Attuned Hunter, I don't really love in general, so I just don't think I'm going to take that here. Kintree Severance isn't great right now. I could also take Evolving Wilds, but if we're going to be a Sultai base, playing this for 4 mana is still fine, and I do think I need another interactive spell, so why don't we take that here and figure out the rest of our deck. All right, now we have double Frostcliff Siege, which I don't think is particularly strong in a slower, more controlling deck. I think here I'm looking at basically Dragonstorm Globe, Dragonbrood's Relic, and Caustic Exhale as options. And I'm going to take the Relic. I just think this is a really good late game win condition, and I have just been exceedingly impressed with this card in general. Now we have the choice between Ireni's Rebuff and Durgar Island Dragon. And honestly, I think I'm just going to take the dragon here. Like, the rebuff is fine, but I just like having X number of dragons to try to win the game with, and this is a decent start here. I should probably move the... No. This makes my mana curve just completely embarrassing. Okay. Here we have the choice between Temur, Battlecrier, and Molten Exhale. It would be our first red card. It is a good card, but I think given that we're more likely to be a Sultai base, this on the splash isn't as strong. So I think I'm just going to take Molten Exhale just to have another good cheap interactive spell to be able to survive and get to the late game. Now we have the choice between Opulent Palace, Dispelling Exhale, and Kishla Trawlers. And I'm just taking another Dispelling Exhale. You know how much I love this card. I basically just do not pass that card in general. Dispelling Exhale is fantastic. Now we have Glacierwood Siege. Not enough spells for that, but Kishla Skimmer is a welcome addition to the deck. We have 2 Renew cards already, so very, very happy with this. Don't need any of these other cards. And, you know, having some number of cheap creatures is also really nice at making sure that you can use the Dragonbrood's Relic. Now, I don't really care about Temur Devotee. There's Dismal Backwater, but there's also Temur Monument and Bewildering Blizzard. Huh. I actually need a card draw spell, so I'm going to take the Blizzard here. We don't really have any. All we have is the Roiling Dragonstorm and the Bewildering Blizzard. This doesn't feel like a deck that's going to need a second Jeskai Monument. There's a Sarkhan here, which on the splash seems kind of medium. But whatever. I guess this is a spot to take it, and we'll see what happens, but unlikely. You know, Dushiard Earthcarver as a top-end card, I actually don't hate. I do not hate it as a top-end card. Champion of Doosan is a totally fine 3-mana play, and right now we don't have any 3-mana play, so I guess I'll take it. Boulderborn Dragon is certainly not the type of card that I'd like to play in this type of deck. Let's move on. All right, well, there's a Teval. There's a Dragon Sniper as well, but Teval is absolutely just unbelievable. So we now have 3 dragons here, which is pretty good. Yeah, I guess at this point we can try our best to split it up like this. Something like that. I don't know. I can't make up my mind here. All right, anyways, moving on. Twin Maw Stormbrood is fantastic, and I'm just going to take it here. Molten Exhale and Twin Maw Stormbrood on the splash is totally fine. That's a war effort, which is great. But let's take the Stormbrood here. And if we can find some decent mana fixing, we can certainly play this as well. There is the Jeskai Monument, huh? That might make its way back into the equation here. There's a Roamer's Routine as well in the sideboard. So we have options. I guess I shouldn't hide all these maybe cards. We have no lands right now, though. Could use a Globe. All right, that is a Jeskai Shrine Keeper and a Bloodfell Caves and a Riverwalk Technique. I mean, we just Look, here, there's a good rule that I go by. When you see an uncommon dragon, you take it and you figure it out. Okay? All right, Jeskai Monument is certainly back in the deck now. Glad that I took it. I kind of wish I had the second one, although the second one is a little bit worse just because, like, you might just not have enough lands to get. Wow, look at this Boros pack, by the way. Frontline Rush, Descendant of Storms, and Salt Road Pack Beast. That's nuts. Guess we'll take the Armament Dragon out of this pack. It is another uncommon dragon, and now this has made our Dispelling Exhale significantly better. So now we really need to focus on the mana fixing. This absolutely feels like a deck that probably should play the Roamer's Routine. There is a Blossoming Sands, but Roiling Dragonstorm is also fantastic, right? Like, we have a bunch of dragons and it draws us a bunch of cards. And yeah, this Verdant Catacombs looks shiny and nice, but I just think the Roiling Dragonstorm is probably too good to take here. Get that in there. Dragonologist, ship it. Temur Monument's also a really good mana fixer, but Dragonologist with all these dragons seems awesome. Okay, Einok Wayfarer. Can that work its way into the deck? I don't know. There's also Abzan Devotee. I guess we'll take the Wayfarer. It's fine. It's fine. Bunch of Jeskai cards here. I'll take Kotis, I guess. But I don't think I'm going to play it. Wow. This is one of those drafts where somebody just took all the lands. Somebody just straight up took all the lands. Okay, well, it is what it is. All right, well, there's one land. We got one land. But we do have 2 monuments and a Roamer's Routine. Now, do I want Bloodfell Caves or monument number 3? I'll take Bloodfell Caves. Like, this deck definitely needs any lands that are available. Oh my gosh, these are gifts. These are all gifts. Those late lands definitely helped. Definitely helped. My mana's still not great, but it's certainly better than it looked like, you know, 5 picks remaining in the draft. All right, let's take a look here at our deck. Unclear if our mana really works, but the 2 monuments hopefully helps out a lot. Wait, my Roamer's Routine disappeared. I had a Roamer's Routine and it disappeared. Oh my gosh, this arena update also just bugged the draft. Are you kidding me? I think I need that Roamer's Routine. All right, I'm going to reset and see what it looks like after I reset. Yep. I no longer have Roamer's Routine in my pool. How did that happen? What? 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13. 55 minus 13 is 42. Oh, I guess I just never drafted it somehow? I don't know. That was really weird. All right, let's clean this up again. All right, let's play the Einok Wayfarer. Just having some number of cheap creatures and a Champion of Doosan here. I think just having some number of somewhat cheap creatures to be able to use the relic is fine. So, you know, we're on 13 creatures. A lot of our creatures are on the more expensive side. I can certainly consider cutting Ice Ridge Serpent for another cheap creature, just to make sure that I can turn on the relic. And yeah, I think I will do that. Let's just play the Leopard here as well. All right, and then let's figure out the mana here. Okay, so blue and green are our 2 most important colors. For green, we have 4, 5, 6 green. 6 blue seems like a lot, but let's look at our monuments too. We have a Jeskai and a Sultai, so that gives us 8 blue right now. And then 1 of each land certainly makes a lot of sense, especially with Jeskai Monument and Sultai Monument. Man, the mana for this deck is truly bad. Truly, truly bad. I think this is like the best that I have, but I'm not happy about it. This gives me basically 8 blue sources, 7 green sources. I have 1 of each basic, and then I have all these tap lands. We're just going to lose a bunch of games because we don't have our mana, but I just don't see any way around it. This was just kind of a tough draft to navigate, just because it's like we had to keep making decisions between taking a good playable card and a good mana fixer, and we barely got enough playable cards in here as well. All right, but you know what? At the very least, there's power here. Let's give this a go and see how this does. All right, now before round one starts, just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying this content and would like to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for all your support, as it truly means a lot and allows me to continue making this content. Access to the Patreon will give you access to my Discord channel, which I believe is a really great way to up your limited game and join an awesome community of other individuals looking to get better as well. All right, well, you know what? At least first game, I have good mana. This Jeskai Shrinekeeper is going to be kind of tough. We'll just put it that. I'll just leave it at that. I'm going to keep up the Exhale here. I don't need to run out the Dragonstorm just yet. The next turn, we can just play the Champion of Doosan. Absolutely countering this. Next turn, I can go Sultai Monument, keep up Exhale. That's pretty good. Getting an island, probably. Are they killing my champion? Although, you know what? Maybe that's not even good, just because they have the ability to crack the monument. It looks like a piercing Exhale here. Oh, it's just a Dragon Sniper? Okay. Just, you know, my hand is pretty good, so I just want to minimize the damage that I take. And probably discarding the Shrinekeeper, honestly. I mean, depending on what else we find. But, like, I'm missing red and white mana. I guess I can discard this island. Just because I have the forest here. Alright, so we have Kintree Severance if they play something big. If they crack the monument, then we can also go land crack the monument. So I don't mind that either. Trade Route Envoy. Okay, that's an interesting one. So I drew Kishless Skimmer. And I can put a counter on it. But this Envoy is kind of problematic, right? They didn't play a land. So I'm wondering if I'm just supposed to kill the Envoy here. I can also crack the monument. Let's just crack the monument. I think I can afford to take a little bit of damage, but also killing the trading with a sniper here isn't too bad. If they crack the monument here, like I take 5, I go to 12, and then I can play the Severance. But of course, they also didn't play a land, so I don't think I'm double blocking the Trade Route Envoy. It just seems far too risky here. Oh my gosh, Synchronized Charge? What? How did... Okay, that was ridiculous. All right, fair enough. Well, I took way more damage than I wanted to there. All right, let's get that Trade Route Envoy out of here. We are now one color source away from playing the Jeskai Shrinekeeper, which is good. All right, they drew a Mystic Monastery. I also have Bewildering Blizzard available. Okay, Naga Fleshcrafter. That's kind of interesting. Let's play Skimmer and keep up Dispelling Exhale. And then let's target this. Okay. So now that's a 3/3. And then we just pass. And then we counter this. Yeah, no, this is good. And if they want to use Synchronized Charge, like, I'll just double block. It's just, like, not a big deal. Constrictor Sage. Oh, jeez. They are really putting some serious pressure here on me. Wow, what an absolutely amazing turn. They froze my... Okay, well, you know what? I get to copy and they get to trample for a turn. Oh man, this is tricky. So yeah, they're gonna hit me for 5 with the sniper. And so I'm gonna go to 1. Ouch! Man! Alright, so let's... I don't really have that many good plays here. Let's play this. Copy this. And let's tap the sniper, I guess. Let's attack. Let's not attack. Let's block. Okay. Now the nice thing here is I can actually copy something. But that doesn't do much here. Alright, that is another land, which is not ideal. And they have a Constrictor Sage, which is kind of problematic. So they're going to tap one of my things down with their Sage. I don't know if I want to use this just to draw a card. Sure. Oh my gosh, that's a Teval? Okay. Too bad it's a legendary creature. Okay. Ooh, Twin Maw Stormbrood was a really good one. Oh, I can't play it, though. I cannot play it. Well, I can with the Dragonologist. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Okay, that is a Disruptive Stormbrood, which isn't particularly strong here. So if I play this, I go up to 6. I can also just slam Teval. And have it have hexproof. That's also pretty good, right? And then I attack, and if I trade with the sniper, I'm pretty happy about that. The fact that Teval has hexproof with the Dragonologist makes me feel better about this. Okay, Inspirited Vanguard. If I cast Charring Bite, do I only take 2 damage? Like, I'm not sure how that works. Now I can't play anything, so I have to attack with Teval. Okay. And now we do things. But is it enough? Now, if I play this for 6, I gain the life back. So there's that. I can also roast this, but that taps the thing down. And that puts me down to 5, and I kill this. Yeah, their board is actually quite annoying. Okay, I think I'm gonna just cast this card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're at 6. So I don't die, technically. I kill this. Oh, this is really brutal. Yeah, I guess I didn't need to delve, huh? Okay. Big attack. Let's block here. Block here. Okay, we're at 2 life. Okay, they gain some life, and man, this is brutal. Okay. What do I do now? So if I attack, I go to 8. And then I can Molten Exhale, but I have to tap this thing to kill this. And I go to 4. Then I just die. Okay. So let's think about this. Like I said, I can kill the Vanguard. Just like every time I play something, I take a bunch of damage. That is the issue. Like if I play Roiling Dragonstorm and Molten Exhale, I go to 4 and I kill this and I guess technically still live. Like if I can find another untapped land, that would be great off the Roiling Dragonstorm. Oh, I can play Exhale at instant speed. Okay, we'll do this then. Okay, untapped land would be amazing. Okay. Was not untapped land. Let's discard one of these Dragonstorms. Okay, how do I want to do this? They're at 9 life. I can tap this, or I can kill it, but I have to let them attack first. That's the problem. I mean, I can just tap it. But I really want to kill it. Okay. Okay, we're at 1 life. We did draw the mountain here for the relic. That's great. Okay. Okay. Whew. Man, that's what happens when your mana isn't perfect. That was quite the grind. I had to use every bit of my brain power. It's just like anytime you play with rares that you're not used to playing with cards like Teval, like things get kind of tricky. And that was a really close one. At any point, if my opponent drew like a removal spell or a trick, I was just dead. So we got really lucky to win that one, I feel. But I'll take it. I will take it. All right, 1-0. Opponent on the play. Hey, This hand seems like it's got fine mana. No black sources, but we have red, white, blue, and green. A Jeskai Monument and a couple of 3-drops. Let's keep. But turn 1, Descendant of Storm. Okay. Well, I thought my hand was great, but we're probably just going to get Boros out here. Yeah, this is going to be extremely difficult to grind through, but we'll try our best. Not really sure what I want to discard. Like, the Monument lets me play the Shrine Keeper, but I don't know if this game lets me get to that point. The Champion of Doosan lets me trade with the Descendant of Storms. I guess there's not too many good things to copy with Naga Fleshcrafter. I'm just going to pitch the Monument because basically the thought process here is with this hand, I don't think I'm going to have the time to be able to play the Monument. Right, we drew the source for the Shrine Keeper anyways, and yep, certainly want some kind of removal spell here. Do I want Molten Exile or Disruptive Stormbrood? Let's go with Molten Exile. Salt Road Pack Beast, that's a good one. That is certainly a good one. No lands for them, so that's pretty lucky for us. Copying Pack Beast seems pretty good. Just casting Molten Exhale or anything else seems pretty weak. Oh, Teval is fantastic. Okay. All right, we have a game plan here, friends. It's it's always the same game plan, but it's survive as long as possible and then play one of our dragons. Next turn, we do have the ability to double spell if we really want. We can go Molten Exhale plus Champion of Doosan. Alternatively, we can just play tap land and Molten Exhale and then try to win off of the Teval. Yep, Coordinated Maneuver is good. Oh my gosh. Huge turn from the opponent, and they get to hit us for 4. This makes me want to add more to the board here, so I do think I'm just going to go ahead and kill a Pack Beast, play a tap land, and pass. Dispelling Exhale was actually a really good draw here, because I get to at least counter something here. Okay. Wow, attack, no activation. Sonic Shrieker, okay. Let's see. Delve. I don't think you can delve Renew. Not that it matters too much. All right. Hopefully this stabilizes us. Let's see. Blue, red, white. No, I can't really delve that. I mean, Dragonologist plus Teval is really strong, right? So hopefully that's good enough. And even if this, like, trades with a trick and a creature, like I'm still okay with that. I think I gain a bunch of life, and then I get to untap, and I have all these resources in my hand as well. Being able to also at some point kill my opponent out of nowhere by copying Jeskai Shrinekeeper is pretty nice. Oh, that is incredible. Yep. So they get to tap my Teval and attack me. Okay. No, they can't tap my Teval. Yeah, that's just, they can't do anything. All right, fair enough. I cannot play the Shrinekeeper until I attack first. I wonder if this is... Well, the problem is I can't play any spells, right? Like, that's the big issue. All right, and then now we... play a Leopard, I guess. And then pass. And then we have the ability to play Bewildering Blizzard here off the Teval. Now that'll put us down to 2, but it will also prevent a bunch of damage and draw us a bunch of cards. But, like, if they want to get a good attack here in anyways, they're probably going to need to double spell here to tap something down. Teval is the only thing that's kept us kind of in these games. Like, this is an awesome, awesome Mardu deck, right? Like, double Pack Beast, Bodyguard, Descendant, Sonic Shrieker. It's everything that you want. I hope there's not a lot of direct damage, but if there is direct damage, then I'm just dead. Okay. I don't think they're going to do anything with that. Assuming they have like a bunch of mana to do things. I guess they could make a 1/1. The question is, do I play the game of who flinches first? I don't know. Okay, so this goes here. This goes here. This goes here. I could block the Bodyguard. But if they have, like, Frontline Rush or something, that's pretty bad for me. But I think I died to Frontline Rush anyways. 3, 4, 5. Well, but if they had that, I think they would have made a token, right? So why don't we just block here? Ah, they did have it. Sadly, they had it. Yeah, there's not too much... Why would you not make a token? Okay, so this is 3, 4 plus 5 is 9. And if I cast this, I go to 2. Yeah. I'll cast it anyways. Yeah. All right, well, that was just a good Boros deck, and they barely got us. Like, that's why I wanted to consider blocking the Bodyguard. Maybe I should have. Now we're, wow, what? We went from 10 to 22. That's kind of crazy. All right, 1-1. Let's keep this going. Also, it's just like, we need to be on the play against those Boros decks, but if we play against any of the slower decks, I think I don't mind our chances. All right. We'll keep this hand. At least our mana draws haven't been too terrible. You got to think about the positives here. Think I want to get a forest here with Sultai Monument, given that I have the Kishless Skimmer that I can play early. Evolving Wilds turn 1. Okay. Into Island. All right. Devoted Duelist. I feel like I should keep up Dispelling Exhale against somebody playing a turn 2 Devoted Duelist. Like they're playing some kind of blue-red tempo deck, most likely. Like, and then if they don't have a follow-up play here, it's like not bad for me, right? Oh, we naturally drew a green source. All right. Well, I'll play this out. It's, this is mostly just, hey, we're just doing damage control. Like, let's try to find a way to make the game, extend the game as long as we can. Now with the Sultai Monument, I'm interested in getting a Swamp, right? And that'll basically give us all of the colors here. If they kill the Skimmer, they kill the Skimmer. 4 cards in hand for the opponent. We go Monument into Swamp, and then we have a couple of 6-drops with the Dispelling Exhale. Happy to just trade anything off here. If they have that 1-mana creature, that's really annoying. Yeah. Oh, look, they just went off. They absolutely went off. Yeah, I mean, that was a really big turn for their opponent. Not only did they kill my guy for free, they played a 3-3. So I'm not loving my spot here. And now I have the tough choice of either tapping this down or countering something that they play. And I'm just choosing to tap this down. The thing is, there's like a decent chance they just don't play anything anyways. So okay. You have 1 card left. You had 1 card left. Come on. All right. I mean, they got a scrappy deck here. We just kind of need them to whiff for a turn or two, and things will be able to turn things around for us, especially with this Armament Dragon. But they're going to be able to go Agent of Codis into tap the Boltcaster, make a yeah. This is ay ay ay. 2 in the air. Yep. All right. Well, Armament Dragon, save the day, please. Seems like a good distribution here. We are at 9 life, so even if we block everything, we take a bunch of damage. But it's the best that we got. And hopefully this is good enough. That is fantastic. That is absolutely incredible, the fact that they didn't play something there. So very, very happy with that. I'm going to play Dragonologist. Because I want to be able to find a dragon here. And that turns on my Dispelling Exhale. So, a lot of good options here. Actually, do I just Disruptive Stormbrood? The Wingblade Disciple? Seems pretty good. Oh, I don't need a dragon. What am I saying? And I want, like, being able to shuffle that back into my deck seems better than casting Molten Exhale. So I don't mind that. And I'll keep up Dispelling Exhale here. And we are basically very, very close to stabilize at this point. They didn't add to their board. We killed their best threat, and we played the Dragonologist. We have a big hexproof dragon here. 2 cards in hand for the opponent. I will counter this unblockable thing. And I take 1, I guess. Okay. And wow. Let's go... I'm going to still just go Roiling Dragonstorm first. If I draw an untapped land, I can play the Durgar Island Dragon. And discard this. Play this. Play this. And do I attack here? 4 attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. Like, we need to start turning this around as well, so... Like, even if they kill a 3-3, I block 3 things, and I don't take that much damage. Yeah, alright. Now let's get the Dragonstorm going here. Don't need this plains, really. Let's play another Dragonstorm. Okay. I mean, this is just... everything's coming together super, super cleanly here. No reason to go too crazy now that I have the just like complete stabilization here. So let's just do that. Only attack with the 1. Play another creature. We get to trigger the Dragon Brood's Relic. Double Rolling Dragonstorm. We can actually just naturally tap all of our mana for this, which is great. I don't know why. Whatever. Yeah, that was not good tapping. Oh well. It's fine. We have a 4/4 we have a 4/4 hexproof flying lifelinking dragon. They're at 9 life. Okay. Whew. That got kind of scary in the beginning when they just went... like, the turn where they went Humbling Elder into Unsparing Boltcaster, I thought I had a real shot of losing if they had any, like, follow-up there. So, it's just like, you gotta weather the storm early, and then in the late game, it's like, you can see, right? Double Roiling Dragonstorm, Bewildering Blizzard. Like, it's gonna be tough for opponents to get us in the late game. Alright, opponent on the play here, once again. Have I won a die roll? All right, it's okay. I'm going to mulligan this hand. We actually have all the colors, but we have 3 blue cards in our hand, so absolutely cannot keep that. Let's bottom the green creature that I don't love anyways. And yeah, this hand's totally fine. Okay, we drew all but our green sources, but this is... untapped land is still fine because I can go turn 2 Exile, turn 3 Dragonologist. All right. I don't know how I got instantly paired against this person, but okay. When they have this mana up, I'm just not, like, I'm not that interested in running out the Dragonologist. So, I feel like they have a counterspell, so I'm going to play around it accordingly. Yeah, we're going to counter that. Now we can play the Dragonologist. Oof, that's a lot of action. Disruptive Stormbrood or Molten Exhale. I mean, there's a lot of good options here. There's also Jeskai Shrinekeeper. If I just don't care about killing their things. Like, do I care about killing little things at this point? I don't think I want a 6 mana card. Alright, I'll take the Shrinekeeper. I just have the mana to cast it, so... a forest would be a really good draw. Like, I actually don't even mind copying Naga Fleshcrafter. But I guess if they kill this in response, it's pretty bad. Inspirited Vanguard. Oh my gosh, I wish I took the removal spell! Oh no! Oh, that's rough. They played like... oh, gosh. Not ideal here. Lasside Prowler. Whew. It's not a good one. I mean, maybe it was greedy? I don't know. Okay, Embermouth Sentinel. Are they going to put a land on top? They did. Wow. They need a 7th land? Really? Why do they need that land? I just do not know. I think they have a way to kill this if I attack with it. So I'm just going to play this. Yeah. I mean, it felt like they had the Spelling Exhale, right? Okay. Why do they want this forest? They must have the Wrath, right? Oh, I just realized. Oh, man. Okay, well, whatever. I could have gone just Naga Fleshcrafter and copy a bunch of Vanguards. That would have been sweet. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they absolutely have to have the Wrath, right? But we're not really in a position to play around too much, and if they have, like, another counterspell... Like, if their hand is counterspell plus this 8-mana Wrath, yeah, which it certainly feels like that's what they have, then so be it, right? Somehow I'm dying to this, like, stupid Inspirited Vanguard. Man, just... I feel like things are turning the other way, where, like, whenever I make a decision, it goes the other direction. Like, obviously I had to make a choice with incomplete information, right? But still. So this can become a 7/6. I mean, you can't have another counter, right? This is 100% the Wrath. The thing is, they can just sweep the board here and deal, engage, draw 6 cards. Basically, after this turn, it's unlikely, but after this turn, I'm going to just try to keep up Exhale the rest of the game. That is the plan. We'll see how good we are at actually enacting this plan. But if they kill everything and draw 6 cards, it's just game over too. Okay. 7/6. Even if they kill one of these other things, I'm okay. Okay, that's also fine. Wait. Yeah, that wasn't particularly good. Okay. And now they're done? That's it? Okay. Alright, alright, alright. Let us think now here, friendos. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's awkward because I can't play this and this because I don't want to tap this. Unless I go 1, 2. So if I go this 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. No, that's not particularly strong. I have 24 cards left. All right, I'll just play the Relic. We'll just play this kind of slow. I think it's important to get a 5/5 in play. Would like a dragon here, honestly. A dragon would help a lot. Blue. White. I think I just get another island here. Well, no, hold on. If I get a mount... No, I have a plains already. Plains, mountain, swamp. Yeah, okay, let's get an island. I don't think I want to mill that many cards. What do I have? I have the Flesh Crafter. I just don't want to mill 7 cards. They have the mana to play around the Wrath now. Okay. Oh, but I can make a dragon. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't quite have it. Okay, so I want to play this land. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't have the mana to make the dragon and counter, so I just don't want to add too much more to the board here. One more untapped land here would be ideal. Sagu Pummeler is good. Like I said, it is very odd that I'm playing around this Wrath. Maybe I shouldn't be. Right? Maybe I shouldn't be. So I'm actually kind of incentivized here to just like keep the board relatively clear. I don't know how I beat this Wrath. Oh! Yep. Oh, that's brutal. Maybe they just don't have a Wrath? I don't know. It's 7 mana to make this unblockable. Okay, Bewildering Blizzard is definitely good. Definitely good. I also have the ability to like kill my opponent out of nowhere by making a bunch of flyers. They'll all be 2/2 flyers though. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So the nice thing here is basically after they try to make this unblockable, I can Bewildering Blizzard. Earth Carver. Okay, never mind. All right, well, I'm going to cast this no matter what, so. All right. Ooh, we hit Molten Exhale. Sure. Okay, now we think. Now we think. All right, we're at 10. We don't have great attacks. We pass. We also have Molten Exhale available if they try to get me with the Stag. Now, next turn, I can use the Naga Flesh Crafter and turn everything into a 5/4/4 life-linking dragon. And hopefully that's good enough. And now I have the counterspell for the potential Wrath that they may or may not have. I don't know why they put a land on top. You know what? Honestly, they probably don't have it. All right. Okay. Wow, why did they put land number 7 on top? It actually bothers me. What happened? Okay. Boom! Yes! Naga Flesh Crafter for the win. Man, I could have won this game a lot sooner if I didn't think they didn't. You know what I mean? It's just like, for what reason would you ever put a land on top there? It just makes no sense. But sometimes people just do things. And there you go. Slower matchups is kind of my bread and butter. And we are now 3-1. All right, well, I have a haircut appointment to go to. So in the next match, different hair. All right, opponent on the play here. We are back. And I got this turn 2 Exhale. It's going to have to do a lot of heavy lifting here. Ooh, Sultai Monument, Jeskai Monument, the Dream? No, they played a 2-drop. Okay, well, that's going to make things more difficult. I'm going to keep up the Dispelling Exhale here. And then next turn, we will go fetch whatever land we deem fit. All right, we're going to counter that. I don't feel like taking an extra 2 points of damage. I know I can kill this with Molten Exhale, but if possible, I'd rather just kill other things with Molten Exhale, right? So here I have the choice between Jeskai Monument or Sultai Monument. I'm going to go get a forest here with Sultai Monument. I just think the upside is higher. Because if I get the forest and I draw another forest, I can play the Prowler on turn 4. And if I don't draw whatever I need, I can still go Jeskai Monument into Mountain, into Molten Exhale. That's 100 Battle Veteran. Do I play Champion of Doosan to just block? Or do I go Jeskai Monument to kill the 100 Battle Veteran? I'm just going to go get a Mountain and kill it. Too many times I've just like played a creature to try to block and they just kill it. And I just feel like that's a lot of damage. And when I have a card like Bewildering Blizzard in my hand, I would... Interesting, I can't pop either Monument. But I'd rather just deal with it now and then just play the Doosan afterwards. Interesting that they did not play this the previous turn. I'm actually... Unless they top deck the Merchant, I guess it gets in for a little bit less damage, but I don't know. That's still a little bit surprising to me. I'm going to play the Wayfarer here just because I want to be able to find the lands that I need here. If I find a tap land, that would be good. Basic Forest also works. That's actually perfect because I can play the Champion of Doosan now as well. But the Bloodflies is problematic. It absolutely is. How are we at 14 life already? What did so much damage to... I guess I just don't have a lot of gain lands in my deck, huh? Huh. Weird. Well, this is the most obvious Bewildering Blizzard ever, but what can I do? The answer is nothing. I just cast it, take less damage, and move on. Let's block. All right, we found Twin Maw Stormbrood here. That doesn't kill the Delta Bloodflies, sadly. And they are just making the world's biggest Bloodflies. This is a 3/4. Okay, we drew Teval, but we actually don't have a black source right now. We don't have a white source for this either, so it's kind of interesting. They have 3 cards in hand. Huh. Let's just kill the veteran. The veteran. Sure. The question is, how many cards do I want to put in? How do I already have 6 cards in my yard? Oh, I already played the Einok Wayfarer. I mean, this feels like it's going to be the type of game that's going to end pretty quickly. So I'm just going to mill myself for 7 here. It's going to be good with the Teval, potentially. We hit Naga Fleshcrafter, which is great. Hit a bunch of other cards, obviously. But somehow, yeah, our mana is being kind of awkward here. We can't pop either Monument right now, which is a big problem. Next turn, I can go Skimmer plus Fleshcrafter, draw a card. Okay. Well, this is an easy block here. Okay. How many lands did we mill? 3? Okay. This could have given +3/+3, but I think I'd rather just have a 5/5 in play. I'm at 7 life. Oh my gosh. That's gross. Strategic Betrayal? Wow. Wow. That was insane. All right, well, let's just play Double Dragon, I guess. Okay. All right, so Molten Exhale has been already exiled. Oh, I didn't have a black source. I was like, why didn't I kill the Bloodflies? All right, we're going to take 5 damage here, and we are in some serious trouble. I don't know how I get out of this. Do I want to Surveil, or do I want to just draw the card here? 1, 2, 3, 4, Surveil. This is blue, red, white. If I can find an untapped white source, I guess that's not bad. If I take 4, I'm okay. All right. I guess I'm going to Surveil. Green. Okay, that's a black source. That's actually not good enough. The reason being is I can't play at this turn. And the problem with the Teval is this attacks me and drains me twice when it attacks. So I actually don't think I take the Swamp here. Okay. Oh, that is good. That is very, very good. I'm at 2 life. Okay, well, if they kill my Stormbrood, they kill my Stormbrood, right? Okay. Alright, they're at 10. What do we have? 1 card in hand. Host of the Hereafter. Okay, they can't attack me. Now, do I upkeep this, or... 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 mana that I can use. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 2 lands left in my deck. I gotta think about the types of cards I have left in my deck here. Huh. I have Piercing Exhale, which is pretty good. Oh, I have the Drake. I kind of want to draw the Drake again, right? Okay, I guess we'll just do it again. Straight up Plains. How is Straight up Plains here? Straight up Plains allows me to Jeskai Monument. I don't think I want the Armament Dragon. I mean, that gives me chump blockers. All right, now what? They're at 10, no cards in hand. I'm at 2. Can I attack? I wish the... Like, what happens if I attack with the Prowler? They double block. I have a million lands in my graveyard. So they double block. I kill Host of the Hereafter. Okay. Which is fine. This is totally fine. I have... Oh, I only have 2 lands in my graveyard. Oh, what am I doing? They strategic betrayed me. Okay. Fair enough. What a close game. Oh. Well, that's stupid. Synchronized charge off the top. All right, well, we went from rank 10 to rank 29. The downhill slide begins. I was going to make a really good attempt at rank 1, but of course, it's just all it takes is a couple of not so great runs. And now here we are. And this is definitely an example of just not having the right mana fixing to get me there. Okay, on the play here. Hopefully we can turn things around. I will say this deck isn't perfect. Just like the mana is the biggest issue with this deck. I actually kind of wish I had the third Jeskai Monument. Play Sultai Monument here, turn 2. Go get the island. Oh, okay. Jeskai Devotee, sure. Let's play Champion of Doosan. Lock. We're a late game deck. I'm okay with this. Now they played a Rescue Leopard, so that's really unfortunate. Becomes tapped, you may discard a card. Okay, so let's just play the Dragonstorm. Hopefully we can find something to play. I can discard the Forest. Well, which one do I want to discard? Because Monument can get me a Plains. And I need the second blue for this. Okay. Alright. There's our mana. I mean, we're certainly taking some damage here, but it's not too bad. Shock Brigade, alright. They're beaten down. Oh. Shock Brigade, look at them. Fair enough. This is a lot of damage, for sure. Like, I need to find some removal or some ways to get damage through. I can also just play Sultai Monument, which does a pretty good job of just blocking everything. But of course, the alternative is just running out Teval. I like playing Teval. The idea here is I don't even need to play spells, right? Like, I can just activate my monuments. And if they have a trick, that's also fine. I get to gain a bunch of life. So this is only bad if they have, like, a bounce spell for Teval or something along those lines. There's just not too many ways to kill a 6/6 flying lifelinker. So I don't mind this. Oh, wow. Constrictor Sage, huh? Fair enough. They can certainly try to use that. Did they not consider the fact that I can block? Like they... What? Okay. They really went out of their way there to make a big Shock Brigade. And then now they tap it? Oh, yikes. That is a big yikes. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and make 2 Sultai Monument tokens? And I gotta full control this just because sometimes this kind of bugs out, but I do have a hard counter here, so it's gonna be pretty tough, I think, for my opponent. Like, they set everything up beautifully, except for the part where they didn't tap this down. That might have just lost them the game, to be honest. Because I should be at 6 less life, and I should have taken 1 more. So I should be at 4 right now. Okay. That's fine. Alright, I take 4. Yeah, I mean, look, I have a Teval in play. All I need to do is just keep attacking with it. Yeah. All right, we got that one. There was some suspect sequencing from that side, but we're going to need to win a lot more here, especially because, like I said before, this deck isn't perfect, and we're going to need to have win some die rolls, get some good mana draws, and have enough interaction to deal with whatever onslaught my opponent's trying to put down on me. Now, like I said, I'd much rather play against the slower decks, because then we can actually survive. But you know what? We went on an incredible run, and, you know, just not everything can go perfectly. All right, well, at least this has reasonable mana. I think. I like how I have to squint. I'm like, what is actually the mana here? So we go Bloodfell Caves turn 1, Plains, Jeskai Monument for Island, play Island, then we can play Kishla Village untapped. Okay, Quarry Mountain Monastery. Oh, I forgot that I put that even in my deck. All right. So we have black, white, green. So we can cast this for 3 mana on turn 4. All right, Jeskai Monument turn 2. All right. They have the Monastery, which is a really good card. But hopefully this means that their hand isn't super fast. I don't really have anything to play here, so maybe I play this in case I draw a tap land, right? This way I can cast Kin Tree Severance plus play tap land. Next turn, if I don't draw anything, I guess I just make a pair of flyers. Oh, all the monuments. Fair enough. Oh yeah, that one's a hard one to cast. Just gonna say. If I draw a land, I can just bounce one of these tokens. Or I can just play a Shrine Keeper. I guess that forces them to just have a removal spell. I guess I'll just do that. Okay, this is also fine. I get to draw a card here, so, you know, if they kill the Shrine Keeper, they kill the Shrine Keeper, but this replaced itself, and they're going to have to use their turn to kill it. Now, I think there's a really good chance that they can kill it, but still reasonable here for us. Now, my hope is they just play like a random flyer to block this, because then I have the Ice Ridge Serpent. All right, never mind. They had the Glacial Dragon Hunt. Great, just collection of value cards from the opponent's side. Just need an untapped land here. This feels like a tap land. Yeah. Okay. Well. Hey, look. It's got 4 toughness. They can't kill it with the Dragon Hunt. Okay, Wingblade Disciple into Temur Tawnyback. Okay, that's definitely good. Okay, what do I want to do? Kind of just want to kill Wingblade Disciple. Well, let's attack for 5. I can play Sultai Monument for Forest. Because I have the Prowler. Because that's one that I just don't really want to bounce. So now we can still continue putting pressure on them. Eshki Dragonclaw, sure. Into, I guess, Glacial Dragon Hunt? Sure. No, that's certainly good. This gets bigger. Okay. Disruptive Storm Brood. That's interesting because that allows me to kill the Monument. I have a lot of reasonable plays here. I can also just play an Armament Dragon to just try to get in for maximum damage. I'm at 22. Yeah, why don't we do that? By maximum, I mean, how big do I want this to be? If I deal 7... Let's split it up, I guess. This way, this doesn't die to Narset's Rebuke. I mean, I can also just make a 4-5 and deal more damage that way. It's close. All right, let's just do it this way. This way, like, if they want to clear the path to kill this, they have to, like... I don't think they're going to, but this still puts a 2-turn clock on my opponent. Unending Whisper into creature. We do have the ability to kill a small creature and bounce a big creature. So if their play is just to play a bunch of okay, well. River, okay, you know what? They have a better deck. What can I do? What can I do? They played one of the best rares in the entire set. And that is what will happen when they do. And honestly, there is just not a whole lot you can do when they do that. Like, especially when my board isn't just particularly strong. So, yep. All right. Well, unfortunate as it is, that is the nature of the beast. And you know what? I think this is probably going to be the last video here before the reset. 3-3, not the best finish. And a lot of issues with this deck. Now, if I were to do some things differently, what would I do? I think one of the big ones was just probably take another Jeskai Monument, but full stop, like just maybe just the power wasn't quite there. I had plenty of things to do. It's just my mana was very, very bad in this one. I took a Dragon Brood's Relic over a Dragonstorm Globe. Maybe the first Globe has more value just to make sure that I can cast all my spells. But the way that I lost here was a River Meringue Regent, so not much I can do there. Certainly felt like I could have beaten the Abzan Flies opponent, so could have done some stuff to make some adjustments there. But yeah, we had a good run, and sometimes things go your way and your opponents don't have a bunch of bombs on curve. And other times, you just lose because they just overpower you. And this time, a lot of it just came down to us just not having exactly enough power here to get it done. But that happens. And, you know, we got to reach rank 4, right? We got to rank 4. That's obviously a really, really nice place to be. Hopefully, maybe in the next month, we can make another good attempt at hitting rank 1. But I think that'll be it for this run, sadly. Sadly. But it was a good run. 6 trophies in a row. 6 trophies in a row, but then I 1-3 the last draft and then 3-3 this draft. So coming back down to earth just a little bit. Still having a pretty good season so far. But of course, this is just, you know, stabilizing the run goods that we've had recently. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and would like to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for all your support. Also go to TCGplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. If you need booster packs, booster boxes, or singles for your constructed decks, hit that affiliate link in the description below. Again, TCGplayer.com. Last but not least, check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmat, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and more, go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.